Hey there, friends. I hope everyone's doing good today. I am awake, so I have that going for me, whether good or bad. And I'm off the next 2 days, so that's pretty exciting because work has been a thing. But that's okay. So, I'm actually gonna do something a little different today. We're not gonna do a Ren. I've had a couple requests for Aurora, and then my buddy, when I told her that, got very excited for me. Because she said she's amazing. Everyone's been saying she's amazing. I thought I hadn't heard any songs. I'm doing Runaway, because I guess that's her biggest song, because I just looked it up and picked the first song. And my friend pointed out that I've probably heard it before, and I insisted I hadn't, and then she sang the chorus, and I'm like, I think I heard that for like 20 seconds once in a TikTok. So I've heard half the chorus before, but other than that, I know nothing of this girl, except everyone was describing her as like a Nordic fae creature, which I can super get behind. So yeah, and look, I don't know how, like, she might be insanely popular and I'm gonna look really silly. The truth is, as I stated when talking about Ren, that like I've kind of been out of listening to new music. I really, really mean it. There are major, insanely famous music artists of current day that I've heard like maybe one song of and probably couldn't tell you what it was. So if you want me to listen to more popular music, by all means you can recommend it. I can't guarantee I'm gonna like it, but I'll try whatever. I don't care. I told my friend that she could recommend me some songs, so she was thrilled because she can puppeteer me into listening to what she wants. So that's cool. All right, so at least we have a video here. That's nice, and it's really snowy and it's really pretty. I know snow must be such a pain for people who have to live in it, but as a SoCal girl, as a Southern California girl for life, snow to me is a thing you have to drive really far to get to, and it's very beautiful and exciting. So to me, I'm like, oh, it's so pretty, but I have no concept of like what a pain in the ass it is. This is my first year in the Pacific Northwest, so maybe I'll get, obviously not looking like that, but a little bit of a preview of some snow, probably mostly just ice rain, but whatever. All right, let's do it. Aurora. So pretty. Is that Aurora? She looks like she's about 14. Or is that just a girl? I'm probably gonna look very silly. Is that just a random girl in the video? I should probably shut up and just watch it. If that's Aurora, she looks like a baby. Though I did see that this song is old. I saw this song was older. I thought it was like a brand new song, or like a song from like a year or two ago. I didn't realize it was from 2016. Which somehow feels like last year and also like 35 years ago. Such is the way of time in our current world.
I was listening to the ocean. I saw a face in the sand, but when I picked it up, then it vanished away from my hands. Done.
Wow, that's a really pretty voice. Oh, she does have this beautiful kind of you just sort of want to float while listening to it. Oh my goodness. I said I've only ever heard like 5 seconds of the chorus, and it's just kind of, I don't know, I didn't quite hear that voice. That's stunning. And it's funny because usually a lot of people, when they'll do like a shot like that, they'll do like some type of shoot in the snow, you tend to have the person wear like bright colors to really stand out against that white backdrop. But I kind of love that they went muted with it, because it kind of, instead of making her like stand out, which is great because like obviously it makes your eyes drawn to it, but it also kind of unconsciously makes the person look like they don't belong there, whereas she looks like she's a part of the scene, because she's a part of that world, which is really gorgeous. And then the shot of her under the tree, it looks so pretty. Got Aurora, the Sleeping Beauty. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look, she looks like, just like if you were walking through this area and you'd see just like, she's just one of the creatures you would find there, which I think is perfect. Really beautiful. Also, again, looks like she's about 14. I'm sure she's not. I don't know if it's a compliment or I mean it as a compliment, but it's like, wow, you look very young.
Away from my hands, done. I had a dream I was 7, Climbing my way in a tree, I saw a piece of heaven waiting impatient for me. And
oh my goodness, so I had a dream, or I think that was it. She said something about dream where like everything went really fuzzy for a minute and then came back in, where it's like we've kind of entered a dream world where things feel a little disconnected from, like almost kind of disassociating a little bit. Then her in that talking about when she was 7 and she's in that giant coat and she looks, as much as she looks very petite in general, she looks so small in this big fluffy coat. You just sort of, she's got this kind of childlike way about her that's beautiful. And then there's this gorgeous scenery. I just want to live in all these places, but I know I can't because I fear the outdoors. I don't fear the outdoors. I fear bugs. And unfortunately, bugs live in the outdoors. And it's just how things are, sadly. But this is... Sorry, I just kind of I keep getting taken aback by how beautiful it is. And it really... A lot of music videos, obviously a lot of music videos are very polished and stuff, and this looks for sure polished. But there's something about, I think it's maybe the color grading, it just really looks like a movie that I want to watch.
for me, and I was running far away, would I run off the world someday? Nobody knows, nobody knows. And I was dancing in the rain, I felt alive and I can't complain. But no, take me home where I belong. I can't take it anymore. I was pain.
That's interesting, because I feel like in a lot of songs, you know, it's called Runaway, and her, you know, talking about dancing and the rain, all these different things, like running away from everything, to kind of, whether it's find her way or just sort of to escape everything. But most songs like that would just be about that thing, would be about trying to get away. But the fact that it's also about like, yeah, I did those things and it's great, but I won't go home is so real. So real. I just like... My home, I mean, like, home that I remember doesn't exist anymore because we don't live, my family doesn't live in Southern California anymore. We're all kind of scattered. Now I live with my sister, which is new, but, like, overall, we're all scattered. But right now we're organizing going to Indiana for Christmas, because that's where my mom lives right now. And, like, Indiana it's not where I grew up. It's, like, where my mom's family's from. But still... Even then, I think like, oh, I'm gonna go home, even though I've never lived there. But it's the idea of like my home being wherever my mom is, basically, and all of us kind of like, even though my parents are divorced and all stuff, still when we're all together, it's just that click of just like, oh, family. So I fully get that of you kind of go run away and feel like you do all these things, then just like at the end of the day, kind of, it's an interesting sort of push and pull of wanting that escape. I don't know if there's like a full detailed story behind this. I'm like, no, you don't understand. She's been through... I have no idea. I'm just saying based purely on lyrics of just like the idea of I wanted to just keep running and like I might fall off the world someday, I think is what she said. Sorry, my eyes. Just kind of reckless abandon, just taken off. But then when you pause, when you just start like just trying to do whatever it may be to get as far away from who you were as possible, and then you stop and you look around and you realize you don't recognize anything, including yourself, and that deep longing to just go home, whatever that may be, just to like go home and feel safe and rest is just so real. And that looks so gorgeous, which is the water, the very still water behind her looks amazing. That's gorgeous.
I was painting a picture. The picture was a painting of you, and for a moment I thought you were here, but then again it wasn't true. And all this time I have been lying in secret to myself. I've been putting sorrow on the forest place on my shelf.
She kind of has like a young Jodie Foster look to her. It's interesting that sort of sounds in the background everything that we're looking at looks so natural, but the sound almost sounded like either metallic or like clockwork sort of thing, which could go with the whole like running away the ticking clock thing. But I don't know, it sounded like sort of cogs. It was very cool. It's really cool. Someone calling me, it's nothing. Goodbye, spam. And the way she's moving is sort of like, it's somehow both smooth, but also kind of like, at times almost like she's malfunctioning with sort of rigidness to it. She really is. Someone described her as a little fey creature. They were legit. She really is like a little woodland nymph, or woodland sprite. That I mean that as a very high compliment. As a, I've met many of people who I've met before. I'm like, are you fey? Like, where did you come from? I've met some of those people, and they're fascinating to be around. Their energy is just all over the place, and I imagine she is similar. My goodness. Wow.
On my shelf, da-dee-da, and I was running far away. Would I run off the world someday? Nobody knows, nobody knows. And I was dancing in the rain. I felt alive and I can't complain. But no, take me home where I belong. I got no other place to go. No, take me home.
So haunting, and it makes me want to go home. Also, aren't you cold, my dear? You need to get steal fluffy jacket from other you. It is. I wonder what the thought process behind the sort of styling of each version of her that we're seeing, of like the one obviously in the fluffiness running away. There's her like this blending into the background. Sort of almost looking like she's melting away into the snow. But her hair is kind of perfect like this. And then the one that's sort of in this giant, like up on a hill, is her movement's a little bit more erratic and her hair is kind of all in her face. I wonder if there's like a thought process behind that, of like sort of what each one means.
I can't take it anymore, but I kept running for a soft place to fall, and I kept running for a soft place to fall, and I kept running for a soft place to fall, and I kept running for a soft place to fall. I was running far away. Would I run off the world someday? But no, take me home where I belong. I got no other place to go. No, take me home where I belong.
I love the way it's showing like talking about I ran to find a soft place to land. The whole thing of like trying to get away to find a safe space, and then kind of realizing that where you came from was the safe space, hopefully. I'm wanting to go back to that, but the whole thing of her running, and then as the snow's getting deeper, like it's harder for her to run through it as she's trying to keep going. She's like falling into it and things like that. It's a really great way of showing that kind of the momentum slowing down.
No, take me home where I belong. I got no other place to go. No, take me home where I belong. Oh, no, take me home where I belong. No, take me home where I belong. No, take me home where I belong. I can't take it anymore.
Was that last shot of her head on, where it's like throughout it she's looked kind of sort of dazed. She's looked kind of like this strange sort of body thing, but that last shot of her with like half her face covered with her hair and just her eyes look sort of longing and sad. Oh goodness. Also, the dark lipstick looks so beautiful on her. Well, that was wonderful. Yeah, she is a little woodland creature. I quite liked that. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention this earlier, but my friend did tell me that I have technically heard her sing before, because I guess she did a version of a song from Frozen 2. Or she did the backgrounds of it. But I have heard that. Her voice is really stunning. Well, thank you for people who recommended that to me. And if there's any specific other songs of hers that I should do, by all means let me know, because that was wonderful. And I feel like I don't listen to enough like modern female singers for sure. I really, really don't. I know I've heard a couple Taylor Swift songs. That's about it. I've heard like 5. No, I've heard more than that, I'm sure. But yeah, I don't know anything when it comes to this kind of stuff. Modern, God, I'm like in my mid-30s and already I'm like, modern music eludes me. I haven't seen even live music in a while, but next month I'm gonna see Modest Mouse doing their 20-year anniversary of my favorite album of theirs that came out while I was in high school. That's not okay, but yeah, they're doing a tour of the album Good News, People Who Love Bad News, which I'm psyched to see. Anyway, that is all that I have for you today. That was really, really wonderful, and I'll see you next time. Pieces, geese.